Hello, NYWCites. As you know, I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie, and this is a DVD review. We're here for a blast from the past, as I review an NYWC event which took place back on December 17th, 2005, which was 2 days before my birthday, at the now defunct Deer Park Community Center, which I did attend this show, by the way. The show began with a three-way match pitting Matt Maverick, who later became the premier athlete Tony Nese, as he defeated the Amazing Red and Spider, and by virtue of his victory, he ended up in the match at Psycho Circus 2006 a month later, where he would be in a match to determine the first ever Hi-Fi champion. This was only Nese's second match since he debuted a month earlier in a one-on-one match with Spider. And next up was tag team action as the Dead Presidents, Low Lincoln and Boog Washington, or Low Rider and Boogaloo, defeated The Solution, Papa Don, and Havoc with their manager John Shane. Then in another tag team match, we saw Brett Matthews and Brian Myers, who later became Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, who were managed by Prince Charles at the time, as they defeated the Angus brothers, Billy and Danny. Then up in a one-on-one matchup, we saw Mikey Whipwreck go one-on-one with Rob Echoes, who later became Robbie E in TNA. During this match, Whipwreck and Echoes, they went into the crowd, and Whipwreck grabbed someone's soda and threw it, and the soda got all over. This happened right in front of me when, if anybody remembers, original NYWC superfan Arwen Guerra, or is it Guerra, and her friends. And I could have swore that might have been Andy Miller, who currently ring announces NYWC shows, chanting, "Clean my coat, clean my coat." Eventually they went back to the ring, and out came Echoes' fellow valedictorian tag team partner, Billy Bax, and he interfered, and Rob Echoes ended up picking up the victory over ECW legend Mikey Whipwreck. Next match was... next match, we saw six-man tag team action as the BS Express, Tony Burma and Mike Spinelli teamed up with JT Tackleberry, who we know is JT Kaysen, who ended up as a member of the Dirty Rednecks, Reckless and Wasted, and currently 1/3 of the Beer Belly Bandits. The three of them were all managed by Crusher Dugan at the time, and they defeated Joey Brajol, who later became Apollyon, Stockade, and Mega way before he was king. Then, in the singles competition, we saw Mason Rage defeat Dan Dynasty. After the match, Rage took the microphone and tells the crowd that the next show coming was the 2006 Psycho Circus, and Rage asks the crowd if they want a little taste of the Psycho Circus. The crowd obviously cheered for that one. Rage steps outside, pulls from under the ring a board with barbed wire on it, and Rage powerbombs Dan Dynasty onto it, and Dynasty had to be helped out of there. At that point, they did go to intermission, I do recall. Even though this is a DVD review, I'm doing it, folks. We had a three-way matchup, which saw Plasma, who later became Trent Beretta, as he won a three-way matchup over Matt Hyson, better known to ECW fans as Spike Dudley, and Damian Dragon, who was accompanied by Foxy Dreams, Foxy. And by virtue of his victory, he took the other spot in the match to crown the first ever Hi-Fi champion at the 2006 Psycho Circus. Next up was tag team action, as we saw tag team champions at the time, Team Tremendous, Ken Scampy and Dan Barry, as they defended their belts against Silent but Violent, Quiet Storm and Josh Daniels. And this match was a no contest because Brett Matthews and Brian Myers hit the ring attacking Team Tremendous, while the Dead Presidents hit the ring attacking Silent but Violent, which set up both of their respective matches for the 2006 Psycho Circus event. Next up, we saw Javier defeat the all-around best Xavier to win the Interstate Championship. I missed that very championship belt right there. I wonder, this was a pretty good matchup. I was very surprised when I was there that night seeing Javier win the belt, because I had seen Xavier since Xavier by that point was already a multiple time ICW heavyweight champion, was USA Pro heavyweight champion, was Ring of Honor world champion, and made a few appearances on WWE television. Then the main event of the evening, we saw ECW star Jerry Lynn defend the heavyweight championship against Dickie Rods. Grim Reaper comes out, and just as Jerry is about to give Rods the cradle power driver, Reaper, who had his hand on the championship belt, he bashes Lynn in the face with it, and Rods ended up pinning Jerry Lynn to win the heavyweight championship. Eventually, actually it was a chaotic situation, because out came BS Express, The Solution, Mason Rage, Mikey Whipwreck, Damian Dragon, Joey Brajol, and Mega, and the 5 of them were, the 10 of them had a Pier 6 brawl, which set the stage for the 2006 Psycho Circus match. Now, one thing that really grinded my gears while I was at this show, during the Jerry Lynn Dickie Rods match, this one goofball in the crowd, he's heckling Jerry Lynn, saying, "Oh, this is why you couldn't beat Rob Van Dam." Now, apparently that guy must either have a short memory, or he doesn't remember that Jerry Lynn did defeat Rob Van Dam at ECW's Hardcore Heaven 2000 pay-per-view, albeit interference from Scotty Anton, Scotty Riggs, any other name you want to call him. Well, looking back on this show, I did enjoy the show. It looked like they put like Christmas lights on the ring posts and the entrance. You know, it was a glorious time watching NYWC grow back then. Really enjoyed it. But definitely NYWC roster members, fans, let me know if you want more old school DVD reviews, man. Because, I really, really enjoyed this one, because, there's a lot more from what I have just told you about, because I got so many past shows. Hope you want more, folks.